Hey guys, Sean Bougie here, surplusfundsriches.net. Also have our sister site now at deedflipping.com. This is about time flipping. Now, this is another give back program. We're going to be launching this for one day, April the 16th, 2022, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern Time. It's going to be for one day only because it is a give back. And I need to get into why we're launching it now because some of you guys may remember we talked about launching this program last year and ended up putting it off. So let me get into this a little bit. This is the way that you can buy real estate for no money down, trading time for the property. I'm going to jump ahead for a second and tell you we are going to go ahead and give you one-on-one training on this thing. Anytime you put a deal together, your first deal, we're going to actually do a one-on-one Zoom meeting with you and walk you through the deal to make sure that you are successful. We've never done that before. But this is the way to buy real estate for no money down and you're trading time for the property. No one else is doing this. Absolutely no one. I'm going to give you some examples at the end of this where we did something similar with our deed flip program. And what's interesting is one or two of them, we ended up waiting longer than we would have liked to do that and paying a lot less for the property. And it reminded me that we used to do this, time flipping. We used to do this way back in the early 2000s because we were broke. We didn't have any money to do a traditional deed flip and quickly flip it. This is the way you guys can get started. But what I've also put into it, and I'm going to get into this again. I know I'm getting ahead of myself here, but I'm excited. We're going to teach you not only that, but how to cash out quickly, even if the owner's in it for some time. That's a big deal. So again, no one else is doing this, no one out there. What this flipping program accomplishes where others fail, guys, it allows you to buy the property in this super hot market by meeting the owner's real need. Their need right now is time, and I will come back to this. They own, or rather you will own the property outright. We're talking about getting the deed, not using a silly assignment or subject to contract. You guys know that's sailed. That ship has sailed 30 years ago. You own it outright. Again, you're getting that deed. Cash out quickly, or you can bet on the appreciation if you want to hold it. It's your call. And if you have just a few $1,000s, you don't need that. I'm gonna hook you up with our investors. But if you have just a few thousand, you can amass rentals if that's what you'd rather do. It's again zero down, zero out of pocket with no money. We'll teach you to use security deeds and give you access to our investors. How to do all that easily, guys. Easy money. Leverage our knowledge and experience. Because again, we're going to do a free live mentoring call on your first deal. It'll be a Zoom walkthrough. So you just get started, and we'll make sure we get you there. Let's keep going. So what we're going to teach you to identify property coming up for foreclosures where the owners are still in it. You then trade time, let them stay in the property in return for the deed. You do this without using any of your own money. And I put a note in there, all caps. This is tax deed sales. Guys, do me a favor, because some of you you're not going to believe me the opportunities there, right? You're going to say, who lets stuff sell at tax deed sales? Put up upcoming tax deed sales in your Google search and see what you find. And the reason is people they're already procrastinators, right? They've let themselves get 3 years behind in taxes. They're thinking they're going to come up with the money at the last minute, and they're not. I cannot tell you how many people get back in touch with me with just a week to go and we're able to flip the property, but that's because we can move super fast. These guys are letting it go to the last minute, and the opportunity is insane. Further, we teach you how to cash out of the property while the owner is still in it, putting the money in your pocket quick. Obviously, nobody wants to wait, right, while this is going on. You never use your money, and you never have to fix anything. You own it, so you can transfer it. You can sell it. There's no way for the owner to sell the property to another person because, you have the deed. And I know it says or, but you don't have to deal with evictions. Okay? Future eviction moratoriums, no effect on you. We were going to put this program on the market last year. I talked about that. Guys, we're very upfront about this stuff. We were concerned it would adversely affect our turn-ins on the deed flip program because it's that easy to use. Honestly, we thought we were going to lose people to this. It has an insane conversion rate because of what you're doing. You're giving people time. It works even better than anything else we've seen in this hot market if it's an owner. So let's go a little more in depth on why we're doing this now, guys. Last week we teed up $1 million in surplus funds deals and $500,000 in deed flips. This puts us at projected yearly outflow of $7.75 million in commissions to our members. We're fat and happy. Okay, we're confident we will continue this course, and we're willing to offer this program for the one day for folks that register. This is a give back program. Thank you. Thank you for all the hard work. We've got an incredible team, and I want to bring something else up that I haven't written down here. So we've got really good researchers now. We got guys doing great work, quality work with high volume. Again, we're fat and happy. Come April 1st, we're going to pull all of the courses off. That anybody that's bought can still turn deals into us, but we're going to pull it off for a while just because we're really happy with what we have in the chute. I've doubled the number of team members I have that do calls and mailings and all that. But just so you know, we're going to pull it off for a while. It could be a couple days. We could change our mind. Could be a month. I don't know. But that is why if you ever go to our products page, it always says these deals are no longer valid at midnight. You know, there's a limited time. That allows us the opportunity to pull stuff off whenever we want. So we are. April 1st, we're going to pull stuff off. So if you're on the fence, now's the time to buy it. If it does go back on, we're going up in price. Why does this method beat anything else out there? That's the big question I know you guys are going to have. So guys, first of all, rents are so high, the owners can't cash out and move into anything affordable. They can't. They're better off sitting tight. What owners really need is time to catch up on bills, get their affairs in order. Because you give them time and rents are so high, the value of that offer, the time, is priceless to them. Priceless. Investors have driven auction prices up. This has been going on for some time, over 100% of value. Inventory continues to drop, so cashing out to investors is crazy easy right now, fast and cash-based. So when you do put a deal together, you're going to have no issue flipping that thing. You own the property, so you can sell it however you want it. Finance it if you want it. If you want to finance it instead, cash it out that way and hold it. Whatever you want to do. No issue. You own the deed. It allows you to churn deals or hold property. So I want to reiterate, so why now, right? We have a network of folks who purchased our surplus and or traditional or national deed flip programs and are very happy with the projections we have in place. In fact, again, we're considering pulling off our surplus funds and traditional systems for a while just to ride the surplus funds deals and the flips with our core members. We're confident we can share this method with you without impacting our existing systems or members. We're offering this April the 16th, 2022, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. You do have to register to get access to that sale. There are no rain checks or excuses. I got a lot of crying last time we did a give back program. Just like that last system, we reserve the right to not offer it again, obviously. The registration button is at the end of this video. Now, another question we get is, why would our investors fund you? Guys, because they can leverage ownership with you for pennies on the dollar. They're collateralized against the property. And how leveraged are they? Guys, we're talking about being leveraged to the point where you could have 4 deals fall apart and the 5th one work and you'd still be able to pay the guy back and make a profit. So everybody wins in this. They make a great return, and we've got people breaking the doors down trying to be investors for us. So last thing I want to do is, I know a lot of you have never worked with us, never even heard of us. Our company is the Results Team, Com Inc., and we're doing the buyout doing business firm is Greater Good Company. That's registered with the Better Business Bureau, A+ rating, thousands of inquiries, 0 complaints. Greater Good Company is in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm going to give you 3 examples of really hairy deals over the last year or so. I picked these because they were really difficult, because I wanted to give you an idea of just how difficult deals can be, and we still take them for our members. This is why our guys love us. You can see the deed transferred. I'm going to go online using Google to the Registered Deeds Department for these counties, something you can do right behind me to check and see, did I actually buy the property in my company? Did I flip the property in my company name? Yes, we really do flip property. And these are deals with our members from the deed flip program. Register at the link at the end of this video to have the opportunity to come on board. If you don't, you're not going to be given the link for that, because we're going to limit sales and we want to have a good idea of how many people are signing up in advance, so we know how long it's going to be before we have to pull it down. But let's go ahead and show you guys a couple of deals that we've put together. So this is Guilford County, North Carolina. You can get to this page by going ahead and Googling Guilford, Guilford, County, North Carolina, Register of Deeds. In fact, I'll show you where I'm at. Okay. You can go here, click on, you want to search records. Search real estate records, accept their disclaimer. So let's put in Greater Good Company. And here I am. Now, on this one, what you can see, and you're welcome to check these deeds yourself. I'm going to move this over so you don't think I'm hiding anything. All right, so, and this was back in 2020, in September, I bought this property from Jeffrey Cohen. I knew his wife would sign. We were unable to record that until later, and I had an attorney do that, redo it anyway. But I bought it in September. Now, what I did with this property is, at first I was going to give the guy 10 grand, pay off about 3,000 in taxes. I think it was even less than that, and then flip the property. Well, at the last minute, I recorded the deed, and while I was in there, I also checked the online computer system. Normally, I would have somebody, paralegal, do that for $75, but I went ahead and checked, and there was an IRS tax lien against this guy. I'm very honest with people. I said the IRS has the right to re-up that lien if they want. They never do, but it's still a risk for me. I'll give you $2,500 instead of 10 grand. He said, can you do 3,500? And I said, sure. So made the deal, recorded the deed, paid off the taxes, sent him his check. He took it. Of course, I put the little note, which really isn't legally binding, that, hey, you know, this is to reaffirm we're at this, the 3,500. He cashed the check, of course, and I boarded the property. It was falling off February the following year, so I only had to wait 5 months. Put it on the market, sold it extremely quickly. You can see we redid the deed. I had the attorney redo the deed. They didn't like what I had put together for the wife to add her on, even though she wasn't on the deed. I just did that. They wanted it to be really clear, and sold it. But let me show you too. You got the quitclaim deed coming to us. So that's the quitclaim deed. You can see it's picked up by Sean Bougie. It's recorded. Recordation information up here from Cohen to me. I didn't have to sign it, obviously, because only the grantor, the person selling it, has to sign the deed. However, when, just so you know, when I sold it, this is the deed I signed. From the results team, this is back when the company was at my old address. I signed over. And you can see where Beth was the notary, where I signed the deed. Sean Bougie, president. The results team, Com Inc. Okay, AKA the results team, DBA Greater Good Company. So yes, we buy and sell property. Let me give you another one, real quick. So you can follow behind me on this one too, guys. This is Burke County, North Carolina. Okay. You can just look up or Google Burke County, North Carolina Register of Deeds. You'll get to the site. Make sure. You'll get to this site. Search. Acknowledge the disclaimer. Okay. Greater Good Company. And you can see, I remember this. This was Amsden. So this one was wild. Another really hairy kind of deal. I bought it from him November 25th of 2020. I gave him 10. I had to pay off 20 in taxes. The attorney that did it screwed up on her recording, so she had to do an addendum to this. Meanwhile, there was a stepdaughter living there that she was a tweaker or a meth head, kept moving out and then moving back in. I eventually had to have the sheriffs kick her out. So it took us a little while. I had to hold it for a bit. I kicked her out 3 times. She stole the heat pump, tried to steal the water heater. They were peeing in bottles. I mean, it was just crazy stuff. Finally got her out of there and sold it. These are the really hairy ones, guys. Most of our stuff closes in a month, but it gives you an idea of what we're willing to go after. The deal that we're showing you, the program we're showing you, you'll never run into hairy deals like this. And I'll explain why in a minute. But this is, let me show you where we sold it. You can do that. Guys, look behind me if you don't believe me. North Carolina General Warranty Deed. Let's see if I can show you. Grantor, the Greater Good Company. That's actually the business address there. Lori Yang bought it, and you can see we're Sean Bougie, president. Results team coming. DBA Greater Good Company. We sold the property. Had to kick her out 3 times. I had a gun shown to me. It was an interesting deal. Had the sheriffs come out and kick her out 3 different occasions. Most of her stuff is nowhere like this. I'm showing you the crazy stuff right now, guys. So the last one's going to be Calhoun County, because it's a bizarre one. Calhoun County Register of Deeds, Florida. One thing real quick, guys. When you see this, countyoffice.org, that's a third-party site. You want to go to the actual county site. I don't care about the board meetings. Official record search. I'm going to search now. Business. Greater Good Company. Oops, I forgot. Yeah. Oh, by the way, you want to see how much property I bought in Florida? This is one of 25 pages. Citrus, Pascal, Lee, Marion, Palm Beach, Osceola, Polk, Bunchen, Lee, Putnam. But let me go back, because this particular one was in Calhoun. This is actually a really cool system. So I bought it from Juanita in May, and I was able to get her out. And this is what I wanted to bring up. The reason you're not going to have an issue with these guys, I normally don't have the issue with these guys getting out. On the current deed flip system, the reason I don't is I give them some money up front, and then I give them the rest on the back end after they get out of the property. And for every day they're late, it's $2,000 less. So there's a really good reason for them to get the heck out of there. I bought it May 21st of 2021, sold it July 27th. It would have been sold earlier, but I had no problem getting the owner out, but one of her family members was living for free in an on-site secondary living quarters over the garage, and I had a little more difficulty getting them out, but I still got them out and flipped this whole thing in 2 months, 7 days. But the reason you're not going to have the issue with these guys is you're going to be able to get them out really easy. Now, first of all, it's not going to be your issue if you want to cash out and let the investor handle that. But even if you don't do that, if you hold it and you want to go ahead and hold it during the time period where they're still in there, if you're going to do that, you got no problem getting them out because you don't give them a lease. They're living there for free and it's a contract. It's really easy. I mean, stupid easy to get them out of that house. So this is a warranty deed. Again, from me to Terrell Sykes was the buyer on this one. And again, you can see my name, my signature, the name of the company. And guys, you can see, you saw when I scrolled through it before, the number of deals we've done in Florida. I've been involved in thousands, probably over 3,000, close to 4,000 successful real estate transactions. So we kind of know what we're doing. So again, you should see the link here shortly to register. Get to the registration page. Guys, we're going to try to have a last minute webinar prior to the sale itself. I'm also available for questions 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that is at 704-791-9398. That's my cell phone, 704-791-9398. Please, guys, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Thanks for taking a look. Have a great day.